Uh, so what I want the three of you to do is to basically I want you to pitch to me and to the audience why I should be involved in this treaty. Why is it the best treaty? Yeah. Why should I be involved in this?
Involved
Okay.
involved in the sense of what? Like to intervene and like make it better, to fix
No, no,
it,
no.
or
Just like why. So imagine that you're the person that like created this treaty. I want you to
Yeah.
pitch it to me about like why it's like the best treaty. That's like why it's
Pitching
a
it-
masterclass of diplomacy, effectively.
Perhaps you want to say pitching it to who it was pitched to.
Am I pitching this? Am I Napoleon pitching this to the American people, or am I Jefferson?
No,
pitching
no,
it to Napo-
you'd be okay. You'd be the person that was who
Yeah, that's not making
created who created the Louisiana Purchase? Was that Jefferson, or was that like
There's
whose side instigated it?
I think the French mostly.
The French created it, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah,
Napoleon was
okay.
looking to sell it, and Jefferson
Yeah.
bought it.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm
in
gonna
that case-
play the French, and I'll be
Yeah.
pitching this to Jefferson.
Yeah, because you'd be the creator of no, you'd be the creator of the treaty, and you'd
Yes.
be pitching it.
All right,
But
all right, and
why
that's
it's
what
so good.
everybody have to do.
So Craig,
Mine's a bit trickier, isn't it?
Which
You
one
can
was yours
change
again?
yours, but slightly.
I'm
If
you know,
it's
Teddy
possible.
Roosevelt's treaty between Japan and the Russian Empire to finish the
That's
Russo-Japanese
good.
War.
You're
So,
you're playing Teddy, and you're saying
playing
that-
both people, you know, that would be the way I would see it. I'm playing Japan and Russia here. I'm trying to get them on
yeah.
board.
You're basically playing Teddy.
We took this island of Sakhalin and split it in half.
Don't make me get the stick out and
Okay, and Tiger, what was yours? You had like
I can't do a
the
French
the
accent,
French
shit.
one, the one
The,
that I
the
can't
Treaty of
pronounce.
Sèvres, but I'm not sure this is going to be. Well, I'll try it, but it's going to be very hard to pitch.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, instead of doing it as if like, you know, pitching to the other side, yeah, like pitch to me as if this is like the diplomatic masterclass. This is
Oh,
this
this,
is
this is still going to be a hard choice, but I'll
well.
try.
All right. Nonetheless, you've got to convince me that this was
I'll go.
like
I'll go
a
first to give
masterstroke of
them
diplomacy.
some time to think about it.
Time isn't
but
the issue here.
but I can't. I can't do a French accent, so I'll just have to improvise.
Oh yeah, like points
funny that I'm
awarded
the
for
only one
roleplay
that
if you
can
want
do
to.
All right.
Hang on. Just give me like 2 secs just so I bring up the timer. All right, I'm good. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Mr. Jefferson, the whole idea behind your country is based around freedom. And one thing that you currently lack is the freedom to expand, to grow, to manifest your destiny, and to take it beyond these 13 colonies that were given to you by the British, who continue to have more grasp of this continent than you yourself. For the measly sum, for a very, very small price, we're willing to give you all of our holdings in North America, which will not only double your size, but also give you access to much more interesting lands that you can go out there and explore for yourself. But beyond it all, you will get a lot of political clout for getting so much land with no battles involved. And you will give a huge middle finger to the British Empire, who will now look at you not as the little boy who just got its independence and moved out of his house, but you will be the most dominant superpower on the continent. We're talking about resources. We're talking about the ability to manifest your destiny and truly see how interesting this American experiment with democracy truly is. There are so many elements that you can explore, and all you have to do is pay us just a measly sum that we're going to use to fight the British. So this is a guaranteed win-win for you. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Let's see how far you can go. And I'm sure you're not going to harm anyone in the process, because it's all about manifesting your own destiny and not imposing it on others.
It's free real estate.
Nice. I love the irony of pitching to me about like, yes, smash the British. It'll be great. All right. Craig. Wait, no. Tiger. Should it be you?
Yeah,
I think-
I'll
yeah,
get
I
mine
think-
out
I
of the
just
way.
realized that he's not calling you your majesty because it would
doesn't bother
insult
me.
the queen.
Yeah, man. There's
doesn't
only
bother
He
me.
doesn't want to insult his queen.
there's only one majesty. Like, come on now. It's a
No,
monarchy.
All right. Okay. Gentlemen, justice. World War I is over, and after all of our great losses, the Ottomans need justice to be wrought upon them. And you may notice that Sevres, however you pronounce French, I don't know, I'm not French. It looks a lot like the word sever, and that's exactly what we're going to do, boys. We are going to sever the Ottoman Empire apart of all of the areas that don't belong to it. Don't think about the resources. That's not important. We've already worried about that for you. But think of the justice we could do. Not only will they no longer be able to inflict imperial control, don't think about it, over all of the Middle East, but think about the horrible things that they just did to the Kurds and Armenians. And what our treaty proposes is that, thanks to President Wilson, Armenia is going to have its entire homeland as a country now. And after the unspeakable things that's happened to them, don't you think that that's exactly what they deserve? They deserve restitution, justice for all the horrible atrocities. So sever the Ottomans.
Nice. Craig?
My dear boys on both sides of this. Japan, Russia, you're both bankrupt. You both lost an unbelievable amount of men. You're both actually in a terrible situation. You've both secretly talked to me, giving me demands, which are completely unrealistic on both sides. Neither of you are in a position to take from the other at this point. Russia, it's too far away for you to actually do anything. You've had your fleet been destroyed twice over, and the railroads have been taken over, so you're not getting your troops over there. Japan, you're literally hitting a stone wall, and there's riots happening in your country. You have no more money. No one's going to lend you any more money. So what are we going to do here? Let's just have a few agreements so you can all walk away equal, and I can get a Nobel Peace Prize afterwards. Why not, right? As for territorial gains, we're not going to really do anything with the Falkland Islands. Maybe just a little something, just to say there's something in the pot. Reparations, I'm sorry. Neither of you can pay them. So that's just not going to happen. I think after this, everyone's going to let bygones be bygones. There couldn't be any more turmoil after this. You guys aren't going to go to war again. You're not going to completely establish everything in the future of your national defense security upon fighting each other again. It's going to be great. And let's not forget that it's Teddy Roosevelt, that's going to look like the champion of the world for getting you guys to stop fighting, even though you already have stopped fighting.
Very convincing. All right, Georgie.
Dear
Tear
Japan and
apart.
Russia, please do not listen to the diplomatic manipulations of a man who is so megalomaniac he wants to put his head on a literal mountain. This guy just wants the Nobel Prizes. He literally told you, don't give him that satisfaction. Either work it out on your own or preserve your own pride and decide your own fate. You fought for this long, might as well fight a little bit longer to have at least something worth fighting for, like to tell your people, okay, we lost so many people over so many years, but at least we have something to show for it. As for severing the Ottomans, gentlemen, wasn't this supposed to be a war to end all wars? Did we learn nothing from the Berlin Congress? Did we learn nothing from everything that happened in the past that is dumb to just draw lines arbitrarily? These people have nothing these people don't know what they're doing. They're telling you not to worry about stuff, but you definitely should, because if we fuck up the Ottoman Empire the same way we did the Balkans, then we'll be looking at another war. And do you really want to inspire national identity in a place like the Ottoman Empire, who could
Stop.
possibly...
Look at him go, bringing in all the previous debates, bringing in the borders, talking about losses. Georgie's wrapping it all together. Nice. All right. Tiger.
You want to talk about the war to end all wars? You know, something tells me that the Ottomans will never fight again after this treaty.
Why do our treaties suck, though?
You got to go for Craig as well.
Well,
You gotta tell me why the Louisiana
you know
Purchase is a
what?
really
You know
shitty
what?
deal.
you gave Japan a little port. You cut an island in half, but I have this feeling that that's not going to be enough for Japan. They seemed awfully hungry. Should have given them a little bit more, maybe.
Louisiana Purchase? What's wrong with it? Convince me why I shouldn't go for it.
Look, there. You see, this it's kind of stolen property, and you don't want to have to deal with all the legal repercussions of that.
I like it. I like it. Okay. All right, Craig.
First, of course, I'm gonna have to go after Louisiana Purchase because it's so important to Quebec. It was a place we didn't really control, just kind of sailed down the Mississippi River and had a few Cajun folk spring up. It's not like we controlled any of that territory. There's sporadic sprinkles of a few French guys, but it was really just native land and it wasn't theirs to give. So talk about selling something you didn't own. So as for the Ottomans, yeah, sure, let's just cut up that sector of the world where everyone got along in the first place. Nothing could happen after. Well, maybe in Israel could spring up eventually. Maybe give territory to Armenians. They'll never get attacked again. Everyone's gonna live happily ever after. You're absolutely right. There couldn't be any conflicts that'll arise over the British and French doing what they did to Africa yet again in another place in the world, and then lying
Thank you
to
for
everybody.
agreeing.
You got me. And it's not fair to blame the British for promising the same pieces of land to multiple people at the end of the war.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Okay. All right. That was good. That was
This
good.
was so dumb. I feel terrible.
That was the best pitch ever, to be honest.
Legal repercussions, though. You don't want to deal with expansion, overextension.
The French certainly got out of there. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a good point because Louisiana Purchase is a steal of a deal.